Well, hello, my friend. How you doing today? Looks like you're in here for some Spanish, aren't you? Hey, I can see you up there. You're looking at me. That's right. For the record, I'm Mr. A. I know you remember me. Well, you should if you don't. Anyway, so today I really want to talk to you about something that you've got to remember. What does that mean? You have to use your brain and you have to exercise memorization. Look at it, write it down. Do whatever is best for yourself. Frame it, put it above your bed. Do what it takes. But do something. That's where I cannot do it for you. What I can do for you, though, is explain to you how the irregular subjunctive works. Well, you know, as a recap, you remember that the subjunctive itself is a twisted tense. Twisted, you know, not exactly straight. Do you know why? I told you before. The subjunctive stands for the uncertainty. When you make a hope, a wish, you hope for whatever, okay? Like if I said to you, it's important that the students study well. Well, of course, when I say it's important, I'm in the present tense because that's a statement, indication of the action, okay? But when I say that the students study well, that's up to the students whether they're going to study well or not. So the second part of the sentence is definitely going to be a subjunctive, regular subjunctive. Check the previous instructional video for the regular subjunctive. So how do you do the regular subjunctive? It's very simple. You go back to the your form of the simple present tense. Okay? You know AR, ER, and IR verbs. You drop the O at the end of the verb and you keep the stem. And then you add your subjunctive endings. Okay? Now, like I said, you need to go back to the instructional video that deals with the regular subjunctive. Today I want to talk to you about the irregular subjunctive. The irregular subjunctive, as it says, is not regular. So you're not going to go anymore to the simple present tense, get your form, take the O, drop it, okay, and replace it by the subjunctive ending. This is a whole different ball game here. What you're dealing with here is a collection of verbs they are irregular. So you have to look at them, you've got to memorize them, and then you use them right. You have ser, to be, right? Okay. Was ser in the subjunctive, you cannot go to the your form of the present tense. Soy, S-O-Y, it's not going to fly. It doesn't even end with the O. You definitely need to go into the irregular form as it is stated here on the board. So repeat after me, come on. Sea, seas, sea. Seamos, seáis, sean. Note, there is an accent on the vosotros form. Second person plural, okay? Estar, same thing. It means to be as well. Irregular, and here's what happens. Repeat after me. Esté, estés, esté, estemos, estéis, estén. You have the accent going all the way through on those E's at the end of the verb, but do not write the accent on the nosotros form, okay? Now check this out. The verb ir, very irregular, very common too, to go. The subjunctive, this is the subjunctive form of ir in the subjunctive present tense. You remember I told you before, the subjunctive is not just a tense, it's a mode as well. For the purpose of high school, what you're looking at here is the present of the subjunctive. So the irregular form of ir is going to be, repeat after me, vaya, vayas, vaya, vayamos, vayáis, and vayan. Okay? Saber, to know something factual, the knowledge, for instance. Okay? Well, that's going to be irregular as well, and this is how it goes. Now repeat after me. Sepa, sepas, sepa, sepamos, sepáis, sepan. Now the sepáis form, vosotros, you can have an accent on the A. Every single one of them you will see, you know, you do have the accent showing up, except with dar. But that's another story. We're going to get to that in a few seconds. Venir, to come, is going to be, of course, as it is right here. Repeat after me. Venga, vengas, venga, vengamos, vengáis, vengan. And dar, which means to give, de, des, de, demos, deis, and then. Don't forget the accent on the yo form and the LA form. First singular and third singular, okay? Now listen, like I said, This is the irregular subjunctive, so you're still talking about the same tense, but with verbs that are spelled differently. Verbs that you can no longer go back to the present tense, get your form, drop the O, and add your subjunctive endings, okay? So, what I want you to do now, I want you to think about them, write them down as many times as you need, do whatever works best for you, but try your best to memorize them, because if failure to do so will result in you not doing the subjunctive correctly. You know, when you do a foreign language, when you learn a foreign language, when you do an exercise dealing with a tense like this one, okay, well, you're gonna have to go beyond practice, okay? There's a lot of memorization involved, and that's the deal. Ser, estar, ir, saber, venir, dar. Memorize them the best you can. And I know you can do this, okay? Well, thank you so very much for your time, and have a great time. Adios.